produce a show called Coopers on Notes. Please give it up for Priya Dagadi!
San Francisco! It is great to be here, but I gotta make this quick because I gotta get back to the 7-Eleven and do the books. If I'm off by one Slurpee cup, it is a nightmare. I've been in the Bay Area now for 6 years, and I'm still trying to figure out why so many men here look like lumberjacks. Every time I see a guy in a flannel shirt and a wool cap, I want to go camping. And I look closer, and it's a woman. I'm 52 and a single mom. Thank you. I'm like a Happy Meal. I come with toys and a kid. I'm also multilingual and ready to mingle. I speak English, Spanish, and Portuguese, and I'm currently mingling with rednecks, gardeners, and Uber drivers. Economy's not the only thing that's suffering right now. My son is 7, and he's a lot like his dad. He's handsome, athletic, and still lives with mommy. When he was born, he came out white, so I took him to the beach, and we didn't leave until he was as dark as me. I couldn't have people thinking I was an au pair. He's half French, half Indian, and born in Brazil, so I'm pretty sure he's got a good shot at Stanford. His favorite movie is Toy Story. You know, Toy Story was written by a 52-year-old woman, because who else would name their favorite toys? Buzz and Woody. He also loves the Minions. But they don't fool me. Those things are butt plugs. It's hard starting comedy at my age because you got to work a lot to get good. By the time I get good, I won't be able to know I'm good. As a comedian, you got to have followers. So far, I've got the IRS, Chase Bank, and the Alameda Sheriff's Department. I grew up in Canada. Canadians are some of the nicest racists you'll ever meet. Everyone picked on me in kindergarten. Give me the rest of that goddamn graham cracker, you dirty stinking packy. And that was just my teacher. I was raised on a dirt floor. My parents weren't poor, just messy. When you came to our house, you were required to put your shoes on. My parents are temperamental people. Half temper, half mental. My mom is really bad with names. Like when I introduced her to my white boyfriend Andy, she said, "Oh, hello Ramesh." My dad was a great drunk driver. He never got caught. One night he came home shit-faced drunk with a duck under his arm. He swung open the door and said to my mom, "This is the pig I'm fucking." My mom said, "That is a duck." I said, "I know. I'm talking to the duck." These are just jokes, friends, just jokes. I lived in Brazil for 13 years. Man, that was a lot of waxing. Nothing scarier than a hairy muff in a string bikini. I went down there for sun, sand, and sex, and I came back with a son. Soccer's like a religion down there. The only reason Brazil won 5 championships is because when the Pope came to town, he blessed all their balls. In Brazil, this does not mean everything is okay. This means I suck dick. And I did not know that for the first 2 years I was there. Guys would come up to me and be like, "E aí, tudo bem?" And I'd go, next thing you know, I was getting poked in the eye. I'm going through the change. So far, I've got $7.94. I got one boob that's bigger than the other. I entered a wet t-shirt contest once. I came in first and third. I spend almost all my time just looking for a place to fart. I can get pretty loud. Most of the time it sounds like a drive-by. Ba-ba-ba-ba, boom! Some jokes I do just for me. I'm not worried about gaining any weight because let's face it, after 50, if you got a good camel toe, who's looking at your muffin top? I did get a new gynecologist, and she's amazing. I love her. She's got a great gentle touch, and Parkinson's. Let me know if you want her number. Even though I'm single, my mom still hopes I marry a doctor. I said, well, we're Indian. Arrange something. I mean, I'm ready for a real relationship and a really strong orgasm. As long as those two guys never find out about each other, I should be okay. Guys are always hitting on me. I was at the park and this guy goes, come on, girl. Age is just a number. I said, that's easy for you to say, because you're 9. I tried to find a boyfriend on Match.com, and then I saw my matches. I had to call suicide prevention. And they put me on hold. One guy messaged me and said I could bring a bottle of wine over and play with your kid. So I looked him up on the sex offender registry. And there he was, smiling, with purple teeth. I even had a guy ask me for advice on how to kiss a woman. I said, lower. All right, I gotta get out of here, but I got one more story to tell you before I go. Before I became a comedian, I was a urology nurse. I went from examining dicks to being heckled by dicks. I used to love working the urology night shift. I'd line those dicks up, kiss them goodnight. That's how you do it in Brazil. I saw all sorts of dicks. I saw dicks with walkers, crutches. One guy came in with his dick in a sling. I said, what happened to you? He said, I sprained it playing ping pong. I even had a dick talk to me. Turns out the guy was a ventriloquist. You ever had a dick complain to you? He thinks I'm lazy, but I'm the first one up every morning. I'm always kept in the dark on everything. I'm lonely. I mean, I got 2 friends I hang out with, but they don't say much. And everyone that came in there wanted a bigger penis. Almost everyone. Most of the time it was the wives. Only one time did a guy come in and ask for a reduction. It's too big. Last night I got it caught in the freezer door. Can you help me? I felt so bad for that guy. Because all he really needed was a good woman. So I gave him my number. All right, you guys have been amazing. I'm pretty guy in here.